guard did all the punishment. Really. He was all blocking all the punches. Blocking every punch that King Mo threw at him. Maybe he might have landed a few. You know what I mean? Not much. Not much. And he had the offense of his own on his back. So I really do honestly feel that that was kind of a, I don't think that should have been a, I don't want to say it shouldn't have been a King Mo win. It should have been maybe a, I don't know, man. In MMA, you don't really have a lot of draws, so I can't say it should have been a draw because you really don't have a lot of draws there. But in my eyes, I don't think he pulled out the win. That's just my opinion. I don't think he did enough to pull out the win. I think, sure, he scored some takedowns, but whoever was doing the scoring definitely didn't look at the aspect of, okay, every time he takes him down, sure, he gets him down, but he gets punished while he's on top. Moving on, Nick Diaz has been talking about fighting at 185 again. Scott Coker kind of feels that maybe, Dan Henderson might be a good opponent for, kind of a different kind of approach match. You know what I mean? Dan being a good wrestler, good striker. Nick Diaz being a good jiu-jitsu guy and a good striker as well. He thought that might make for a nice fight. Gina Carano, nobody knows what's going on with her yet. Is she coming back? It still remains to be seen. Nothing's been confirmed about her fighting. I guess Coker maybe checked with her or something, said, hey, what's going on here? She still doesn't know what's going on. So I don't know. I gotta wonder if maybe Strikeforce is really banking on their women's division doing really, really well with Gina Carano, and then Cyborg maybe threw a wrench in the whole plans or something. I don't know. Kind of the women's MMA is really not really looking all that great in the eyes of Strikeforce. In the scheme of what Strikeforce is trying to put together. Because they really haven't really done really well at putting together and building much of a fighter base as far as the women's division goes. You know what I mean? The 135 pound, 145 pound. They're just not building it. You got a few fighters and they're all fighting each other. It's kind of I don't know, for lack of a better term, it's becoming a stalemate pretty much. But anyway, moving on to UFC 113 card. It's a good card, man. It was a good night. Joey Beltran takes out Tim Hague, which Tim Hague was coming off a loss from Todd Duffy. Todd Duffy knocked Tim Hague's freaking block off. Joey Beltran pulls off the decision win over Tim Hague. So I'm not sure, man. Tim Hague's future is looking a little Tim vague. No, sorry, that was stupid. Anyway, Marcus Davis KOs Jonathan Goulet in the second round, which was good. Good. Obviously, KO is a good KO. You can't have a bad KO, but was not really that great of a performance on Marcus Davis's part. Alan Belcher makes a pretty short work of Patrick Cote. He's coming off a huge layoff. Comes in. Alan Belcher's been kind of on the rise right now. He's been doing pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say he's anywhere top 10 or anything like that. I mean, maybe 12 or 13, but he ain't no top 10, man. Come on, the guy is not a top 10 fighter. Jeremy Stevens gets in there and pulls off a nice victory against Sam Stout. Sam Stout, I like Sam Stout. I've liked his last few fights. He's looked really good. Jeremy Stevens gets in there, nice game plan, and pulls it off. He looks to be one of them kind of guys. He's at a turning point. He's going to be on the rise if he has a few more fights like this. You know what I mean? So that was a really good close match. Looked really good. Kimbo Slice and Matt Mitrione. Oh my gosh, Kimbo Slice just proved. In that fight, to me, he proved that, I'm sorry, people, I know there's a lot of Kimbo fans out there, man. And I really wanted to see the guy do good. And I really wanted to see him train in the right aspects and get his game right and get some kind of a game plan behind him and get some kind of a cardio. But you know what? Mitrione don't have a lot of cardio, and he just proved that Kimbo don't either. And Kimbo should have more. I mean, I don't know, man. Kimbo looked like a joke, man. He really did. Kimbo was out of gas, and I don't know. It seemed to me like it was a pretty fairly easy win for Mitrione. And I was kind of glad to see it. And Kimbo did get cut, which I was glad to see Kimbo get cut because Kimbo's just going to go somewhere else. I personally think Kimbo's going to go to Strikeforce. Probably do really shitty there too, or he's going to go to Dream. I don't know, man. I don't know what the guy's going to do. The guy's got choices though right now. Anyway, Koscheck schools Paul Daley, takes Paul Daley out. We kind of ran over this a little bit, but. Pretty easy win for Koscheck. Daley gets all pissy about it, starts whining and pissing his pants. Runs up and wants to get some kind of a punch on Koscheck. So he does so with a nice left hook, well after the bell, well after the fight. Pisses Dana off. Dana was spitting, pissing, saying that he will never fight in UFC ever again. You know what I mean? I think a couple of the other, somebody will pick him up. Just because he's, as far as a puncher's aspect, the fucker is that good, man. He is that good. But what he did, you're not going to get in with a good organization doing that kind of shit. I mean, you'll get in, but you won't stay long, obviously. because he got cut. He got cut, and I was happy to see him go after doing shit like that. And his mouth ran like a person that would do something like that, so I'm not surprised to see him do that in the fight with Koscheck. So anyway, good riddance. As far as the UFC goes, good riddance. You can move over to Strikeforce or whatever, or boxing, like he's been talking about doing boxing or whatever, maybe heading over to Japan. Whatever he decides to do, I'm sure he'll have the same attitude, and he'll probably punch people after the bell over there and all that dirty shit, and, you know, who knows? Maybe he won't. Probably will, though. Anyway, main event, Shogun came. The Shogun kicked ass really quickly. Wasn't a very difficult fight for him. I'm a big Machida fan, I know. Machida just did not bring it, man. He just didn't bring it. He got exposed, man. Machida got exposed that night because Shogun didn't even come close to really knocking him out the first fight. You know, I think they were both a little too much anticipation. You know what I mean? A little too much of their original style. Their counterpunchers. You know what I mean? There wasn't so much of that this time. You know, Shogun got in there, did what he had to do, won the fight. Nice knockout. You know what I mean? Just landed flush. Lyoto went down. It sucked, man. It really sucked. But you know what? It was great for Shogun. Great for the UFC. I like to see the belts change hands. I don't like to see this whole thing with, you know, this guy's the champion for 6 years. I like to see the belts change hands. You know what I mean? So anyway, that is it, man. That's it. I'm back. This is the vlog. Moving on. Lots of news, man. Might have to do this. Might be a two-parter. But anyway, man, I hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Take care, guys. Appreciate you guys sticking around. It's been a long time since I've been in, so. All right, thanks a lot, man. Take care.